Hi everyone, welcome to another unforgettable tale on Mr. Ethan's Story. Today's story is about kindness, the kind that starts as a small spark but grows into a blazing light that transforms lives. In the bustling heart of Portland, a waitress named Amelia Hayes was living proof that even when life feels overwhelming, a kind heart can make all the difference. In her modest world, where every dollar mattered, she stumbled upon an unexpected connection with a homeless man named Elliott. What began as a single act of compassion on a chilly morning turned into a journey filled with unexpected twists, heartwarming moments, and life-changing revelations. This story will not only warm your heart, but also remind you that kindness, no matter how small, has the power to create miracles. So, sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and let's dive into a story that will leave you inspired and uplifted. Let's meet Amelia, Elliott, and the incredible series of events that brought light to their lives and to countless others. Amelia Hayes worked as a waitress at Luna's Diner, a cozy little spot in downtown Portland. Life wasn't easy for her. Her small paycheck barely covered the rent on her studio apartment, leaving little for anything else. But Amelia was an optimist, always telling herself, a little hard work will pay off someday. Every morning, as Amelia arrived for her shift, she noticed an elderly homeless man sitting quietly on the same bench across the street. His name was Elliott, and his gray beard and deep-set eyes carried years of untold stories. Despite his struggles, he always greeted her with a polite nod and a warm, "Good morning, miss." Amelia's heart ached whenever she saw Elliott searching trash bins for scraps of food. The other waitresses told her to ignore him. "He'll scare away the customers," they said. But Amelia couldn't turn away. On one particularly cold morning, Amelia slipped Elliott a hot cup of coffee and a muffin. "Just something to keep you warm," she said with a smile. Elliott looked at her with teary eyes and said, "Bless your kind soul, young lady." That moment stayed with her. As Thanksgiving approached, Amelia had managed to save $85 in tips. She'd been dreaming of treating herself to a small turkey dinner and a pumpkin pie. But the night before Thanksgiving, the temperature dropped below freezing, and she saw Elliott huddled on the bench, his thin jacket no match for the bitter cold. Her late mother's words echoed in her mind. "Always help someone in need, even if it costs you." Amelia didn't think twice. She grabbed her savings and headed to the nearest store, buying a hot meal, a blanket, and a pair of gloves for Elliott. "Elliott," she said, handing him the bag. "Happy Thanksgiving." His hands trembled as he took the gift. "You didn't have to do this," he said, tears streaming down his weathered face. "Everyone deserves to feel loved," she replied softly. Amelia returned home that night with an empty stomach but a full heart. She had no idea that her small act of kindness would spark a series of events that would change her life forever. The next morning, Amelia walked into the diner, her thoughts still on Elliott. She noticed a man in a sleek black suit sitting in her section. He introduced himself as Lucas Reed, a private investigator. "I need to ask you about someone," he said, pulling out a photograph. Amelia gasped. It was a younger version of Elliott, clean-shaven and dressed in a sharp suit. Lucas explained, Elliott, or rather Elias Grayson, was once the CEO of Grayson Industries. After his wife passed away, he gave up his fortune and disappeared. His family has been searching for him for months. Amelia was speechless. She told Lucas about her interactions with Elias, including her Thanksgiving gift. "You're the reason he's agreed to come back," Lucas said. "Your kindness reminded him of his wife and the values they shared." The next day, Elias returned to the diner, this time with his daughter, Sophia Grayson. Dressed elegantly, she approached Amelia with a warm smile. "My father told me about you," Sophia said. "We owe you everything." Elias stepped forward. "You gave me hope when I had none. I want to repay you by helping others the way you helped me." Amelia couldn't believe what happened next. Elias announced that he had purchased Luna's Diner and transformed it into a community hub offering free meals to anyone in need. "But that wasn't all. I've also started a foundation in your name," Elias said. "The Amelia Hayes Foundation will provide shelter, food, and resources to the homeless across the city. And it's all thanks to you." Tears streamed down Amelia's face as the other staff and customers erupted into applause. Months later, the diner, now renamed The Hearth, had become a beacon of hope in the community. Every day, Amelia served meals to those in need, her silver bracelet, a gift from Elias, reminding her of the words engraved on it. Kindness creates miracles. Thanks to her, thousands of lives were touched, proving that even the smallest act of compassion can ignite a flame that lights up the world. Love this story? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mr. Ethan's Story. Tell us in one word how this story made you feel in the comments below. Stay kind, and we'll see you in the next one.